So, you're trying to buy a home in Los Angeles. I mean, it can feel like a totally impossible game, right? The prices, the competition, it's just enough to make you want to give up. But what if I told you there was another way in? A path that most buyers just completely overlook, but one that's filled with some serious potential. Well, today, we are unlocking that door. Yeah? Does that question hit a little too close to home? You've scrolled all the listings, you've run the numbers a million times, and it just doesn't seem to add up. You are definitely not alone. But inside that super challenging market, there is a specific niche, a kind of hidden corner, really, where the rules are a little bit different. And the opportunities, well, they can be huge. We're talking about probate sales. Okay, let's really get into this. I know the term probate might sound kind of scary or, overly complicated, but at its heart, it's a pretty straightforward legal process that just happens to create a unique opportunity for buyers like you. So what is it? A probate sale is simply the process of selling a property that's part of an estate after the owner has passed away. The court basically steps in to make sure everything is handled by the book, and they appoint a representative to manage the whole sale. And here it is. This is the headline, the real reason we're even talking about this. These sales can be a real chance, to buy property for less than you'd normally pay on the open market. But why is that? Well, the answer really comes down to motivation. Think about it. The heirs who are inheriting the property, they might live across the country, or maybe they already have their own homes. They aren't usually looking to squeeze every last penny out of the deal. Nope. They're looking for a clean, fast sale to avoid the headache and the cost of things like property taxes and upkeep. And that urgency, that's what creates the opportunity for a savvy buyer. Now, here's something you absolutely have to know. Not all probate sales are the same. In fact, there are two very different paths this can go down. If the representative has full authority, the sale is pretty similar to a standard home sale. It's more straightforward. But if they have limited authority, the whole deal has to be confirmed by a judge in court. And that means you could show up on the big day all ready to go and get outbid by someone else right there in the courtroom. So you can see why it's so crucial to know which path you're on right from the very beginning. So, are you feeling intrigued? Good, because navigating this market isn't really about luck. It's about having a clear playbook. So let's walk through the exact steps you need to take. Okay, let's break it down. Step 1, and this is non-negotiable. Get your finances in order. Pre-approval, deposit ready to go, the whole thing. Step 2, you need to partner with a realtor who gets probate. This is not the time for a generalist, trust me. Third, you'll submit your offer, which is almost always going to be as is and without contingencies. Step 4, if it's one of those court confirmation sales, you'll have to show up at the hearing. And finally, step 5, you close escrow and get the key. Okay, hang on. Let's pause on that last point for a second, because this is a really big deal. Unlike regular home sales, probate offers usually come with two huge strings attached. You typically need a 10% deposit ready to go, like as a cashier's check, and you usually can't have any contingencies. That means no, I'll bite it if my loan goes through or if the inspection is okay. You have to be 100% confident in your money and the property before you even make the offer. And because these sales are as is, the responsibility is all on you, the buyer, to do your homework. Playing it smart here means protecting yourself by doing some serious due diligence before you even think about putting in an offer. So what does that actually look like? Here's your essential checklist. First up, make sure the person selling the house actually has the legal power to do it. Next, you have to get a title report to see if there are any hidden debts or liens on the property. Then, absolutely, get a thorough inspection so you know what as is really truly means. It's also a smart move to look at the court documents for any family drama or disputes. And finally, just double, triple check that your money is ready for what could be a really quick close. And this timeline here really paints a picture of how different these sales can be. I mean, look at the best case scenario. A cash buyer in a full authority sale could close in just a few days. Wow! Add financing to that, and you're looking at a more normal 21 to 45 days. But if you get into a deal that requires court confirmation, you've got to be patient. As you can see, that process can easily take 90 days or sometimes even longer. So, after hearing all of that, we get to the big question, right? Is this niche market actually the right move for you? Because, let's be honest, it's definitely not for everyone. Just look at these two columns. Be honest with yourself. If you're patient, financially ready, and you actually enjoy doing the legwork to uncover a hidden gem, you're probably a good fit. But if you're in a rush, you want a place that's move-in perfect, or you just get stressed out by legal stuff, you might want to stick to the traditional market. It all comes down to knowing what kind of buyer you really are. Look, it's a process that for sure demands preparation, a whole lot of patience, and a rock-solid strategy. But for the right buyer, it offers a real pathway into one of the toughest real estate markets in the country. The opportunity is out there, kind of hidden in plain sight, in court filings and estate listings all over Los Angeles. So the only question left is, are you ready to go look for it?